Honored and happy to have Yeshi Dorje here among us. And his full ordination, Gelong, from His Holiness the Dalai Lama, was in 1980. In terms of his institutional affiliation, that is with a monastery, he is a member of the Lower Tantric College, Gyume Monastery in Hunsur, India, which is in the state of Karnataka. Please welcome him.
You don't like, I like to stand up. It's okay.
Yeah, yes.
I want to show some clothes.
Yes, please, please.
What's the reason?
He's going to tell us about the Tibetan monks' robes.
When I heard about the name of this institute, it's the World Culture, Institute of World Culture, it's really so happy. It's really impressed in the heart. That because world culture, it's indirectly, I understand that it's this institute is to respect the culture of the world. Because if we respect the culture of the world, so that respect is actually open the gate to see the positive of the other culture. If you just attach to one's culture, then that attachment just close the door to see others positive, open the doors to discriminate others' culture, and to make one's cultures the best, looks other cultures down. So just try to see it and try to feel the respect of the other cultures. That's really the great. Okay, so that's I feel this is the wish of the His Holiness Dalai Lama. Also, all the times to respect to different religion, the respect to different culture. So that really can help everything so meaningful for human society, right? Subject what I'm going to tell you, I just divide into 8 subjects. Okay, so 8 subjects. The first, so because of my broken English, so it's possible sometimes a mistake. So then I really want to say if any the mistakes that happen because of my the limit education, so I really want to say sorry and please forgive me. Okay, so that's mistake I didn't do with intentionally, not purposely. Okay, that comes with my ignorance. Okay, so that I want to say because you see my clothes. Maybe most people you know that when monks robe, then there are different different folding, right?
Fold.
Here
Yes.
fold, then front there's a different fold. But actually we can order to the tailor, please sew this. And for us it's easy to wear every morning. It saves time, right? But we can't. We cannot do that. But every morning we have to fold them one by one. Okay, so this means actually the first fold you see here, here's the one fold. You see here two folds, right? 2 folds. Then when I wake up in the morning, then I just wear the clothes. Then when I'm folding this one, okay, fold, then I must think about what is the main responsibility and what should I do and what should I think as I'm a monk, right? So 3 higher training, you know, right? 3 higher training. So 3 higher training is the principal practice. If I want to achieve the liberation or the nirvana, so just pray achieve the liberation and the nirvana. Pray alone is impossible to achieve the liberation or nirvana, right? We must do something. So thinking too much is really cannot go that much far. But doing little bit can go far than too much thinking sometimes. That's why every morning, so we just step this one. This is the first higher training we call moral ethics. Okay? So moral ethics is the essence, is actually you really try to control whatever the negative, the thought or negative speech or negative action in the body. So I really don't let happen this kind of the three different negative things from my action of body, speech, and mind. So even the intention it comes to hurt other or ill wills, then immediately apply to stop that kind of ill will. So that is the first fault. When it's as a monks, and there's the full ordained monks, we have 251 the different rule or different vow. But if you really stop from the ill will thought, then all this you can stop easier. Okay, but when kind of the negative thoughts, you just think maybe this it's just okay, just thought. This thought, if I stop, don't say, it's fine. But you just let arise that negative thought within your heart. That means you just just let the small sparks of fire, just let it do whatever it's happened. But these small sparks at the beginning very small, right? Even the one drop water, you can seize that. You say it's just one spark of fire, don't worry. But then it's supported by small wind. Then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Then one drop of water is forget. Then it gets the power to consume the huge mountain, as the thick forest can consume everything. So inside also are the negative thoughts of action of body and speech. So when it already arises, it's really difficult to control now. That we know, right? So at the very beginnings, the first comes kind of the intention to hurt other. But before that intention, that we must recognize that you feel something missing, feel something not complete, feel something dissatisfied. When we feel that kind of the emotion or that kind of the feeling, I think that is the first steps to come the suffering in life. Okay, when you stop that time feeling missing or feeling dissatisfaction or something feeling incomplete, so that time, oh no, this is the first step of the suffering in my life and suffering which caused to other. I want to stop right now. You can stop like one drop of water, just put on the small sparks. Very easy, no problem. Okay, so that's actually subject is really related to the first fault. Okay, then second fault you see here is all this is a mind. We say it's I think it's my mind. We feel like our mind we can control, but actually our mind controlled by desire. So the mind. Desire can control our mind very easy because our mind is not free from agitation and dullness. That's why desire has the power to control our mind very easy. So this second fault is when you fold this one, so then today, as much as I can, my mind never let go under the control of agitation and dullness. My principle, the responsibility, I must be practiced and must free my mind from agitation and dullness. Agitation and dullness, so then achieve, okay? Agitation and dullness actually is kind of the obstacle to achieve or the final meditation steps. Yeah, meditation is usually focused on meditation is to develop your mind and try to achieve the two principal quality of your mind. Okay, these two principal qualities of mind is we call actually stability and clarity. So once your mind achieves these two, the stability and the clarity, and then your meditation is really successful. But if you really don't pay attention to these two qualities, then your meditation is not really successful, and there's a lot of the discourage to you to do meditation. Okay, so the focus to these two qualities to achieve on your mind, then to achieve these two qualities, okay, stability and clarity. So dullness will obscure to you to achieve the clarity quality, and agitations will obscure to you to achieve stability quality. So that's why to achieve stability quality and to achieve the clarity quality, you must challenge with of the defense, right? The defense with the dullness and the agitation. But that time we use the two tools or two instruments. That's a fight with the agitation and the dullness. We call mindfulness and alertness. So two tools. Okay. So this subject, actually, this is the thick book to understand all this, the subject, and to success our meditation. And then this second fold. This second fold is not just fold. Then third fold is the wisdom, or sometimes the insight, or sometimes vipassana. Vipassana, most of you know, right? So third fold, actually, the essence for me is the realization of the emptiness. Okay, try to understand the reality of the self. That's the wisdom. It's short name, so wisdom. So wisdom, the moral ethics, and the meditation, and the wisdom. So this called the three higher training. So these three higher trainings is my principle, the practice, and the subject. Okay, and then you see this side, back side. Actually, should have two folds, but these two folds is. First fold is egocentric. Egocentric. You think maybe you are the individual. You exist as independently, not rely on the other. You can't do anything without other. This kind of the thought is so bad, actually. Okay, so you should not have this if you really want your life is happy, because you must know how other sentient beings kind. Then second fold is put in the backside, right? Second fold is disrespect others' mental disposition. So sometimes we say, I will help you, I like to help others, but we ignore others' mental disposition, what they need. For example, I have shoes, then there was one child, when he has no shoes, then, okay, use these shoes. You use these shoes. This shoes is very good. Then children's feet is not that much big. So I must really give a shoes to useful for others. I must know the size of their feet. And then really they get the shoes what they need. It's not enough just you say, I do my best, I do my best. Sometimes you say, I do my best, then they blame the other. They didn't accept, they didn't know. So that's not actually not right good, because this is a second obstacle, disrespect others' mental disposition. So we must respect others' mental disposition, and then it's great. Okay, so the next two folds is egocentric and disrespect others' mental disposition, all the times to the backside, not in the front. So this is the explanation of the monk's robe. Then here you see this is the monk's waistcoat.
Waistcoat.
Waistcoat. Yeah. Waistcoat. This yellow and the red. Actually, this is in Tibet, this is a uniform, only the uniform of our monastery, Gyume monastery. And all the High Lama, like his own Dalai Lama, and they used a brocade, very special brocade put here. Then later, his own Dalai Lama arrived in India. Then he saw this yellow is very simple. I don't like a brocade, it's too much. Then he changed his brocade, this waistcoat, this yellow. Then all the Lamas changed to just yellow. But our monastery, since the little kids, they enter the monastery, after they finish their exam, then they use this one. This one, then other monastery, they cannot use until they get that tantric degree from the monastery, or our monastery. And then after they get the tantric degree, then they can use the yellow and the red one. Then this name we call lion shoulder. This looks like a lion? No, right? This we call lion shoulder. This name, lion shoulder. And here you see, looks like one elephant tusk. The yellow part, did you see? So these two, okay, lion shoulder and the elephant tusk. So these remind us impermanent. Okay, impermanent. So lion shoulder is the lion is such a powerful animal. Maybe any animal cannot attack with the lion, but sooner or later the lion will die. But the elephant is how his body is strong. There's no worries by attacked by other. But it stay peaceful, no hurt others, very powerful, but sooner or later elephant will die. So understand the impermanent. Okay? So life to make it easy and the happy and the satisfaction, the think about impermanent is really help. The think about impermanent is a little bit scary and uncomfortable at the beginning, because this is our mind is going to close to truth. So anytime the mind stay with ignorance long time, and then getting close to truth, then scare. Stay in the nighttime long time, go to imitate the light, you cannot see. But this is the human's nature. Well, even it's a little bit difficult and uncomfortable, that's the reality. So think about impermanent. Okay, that makes, if you practice the Dharma or practice the spiritual, think about the impermanent, that all your practice really make a life. If you really stop the thinking about impermanent, always think, I stay, maybe last long, maybe even 100 years later, but still you think maybe I'm somewhere. So this kind of the eternalism, right? So that makes our mind is so permanent, then more we have, more we need. More we have, more we need. So that's actually, it's caused by the lacking, contemplate on the impermanent. Okay? And then also people who study the Dharma, or study the religion a lot, but the lacking understand of the impermanent, then all the time the practice put in procrastinate. Maybe next month, maybe next year, maybe when I have a time. Yeah, that's actually, some people, they ask me the questions. Yeshi, I really want to practice, but I don't have a time. I'm so busy. Sometimes I really don't want to listen to that one. Everyone has a time actually. You have a time to sleep. You have a time to spend the time with the friends. You have a time to eating. A lot of time. But sometimes we're going to do something meditation that try to find some excuse why you don't want to do that. In the Longue, I saw one friend, that lady. Her name is Nya. We call it Nya. I met her and she said, Yeshi, I have one question. One question. Very difficult because I promised to do that practice. What practice? She said, I got Vajrasattva, the initiation, and that initiation has a commitment. That commitment is recite mantra every day. What mantra? I asked her. There's a long mantra and a short mantra. It's short mantra. What's the mantra? She said, Om Benza Sadhu, actually. Om Benza Sadhu. Just 6 syllables. When she said that, I can't believe what you say. I don't want to agree that. Why? You say, I don't have time to practice this sadhana. That syllable is more than this mantra. See, right? We try to, if you don't want to do it, we try to find the proof that we make ourselves is the right. So that's actually not right? So the practice we all the time we put in the, how does it procrastinate? Go to under the laziness. So that's also happen the lacking understand or the contemplate impermanent. Okay? So this true actually. The remind us the impermanent. Okay, this is the explanation of the monk group. Yeah, the essence of my life, I think we are same actually. My life is the mixture of happiness and suffering. And sometimes mixture of rejoice, sometimes regret. Sometimes stupid, sometimes a little bit intelligent. Sometimes conqueror, sometimes losing. So that is almost the short life story of the most of the human being, right? Yeah, and then, okay, this I think the rest of life, my story, I try to connect with this four, okay? The suffering and the happiness, and the losing and the conqueror, and the rejoice and the regret. This is how this relates with my life story. As I spent a life in the monastery, okay? Yeah, then third is Tabedulam is the first step, okay? Being the monk and entering the monastery. So that's first step is, I was, I think, 9 years old, and in the village school in the Bhutan, and the teachers just stopped and he announced to students. He said that, okay, someone came from India, and this is Bhutan, okay? So someone came from India, that he will give advice to you guys, so listen carefully. Okay, then all the students just close the book. Then one person came, because that time my feelings are so, how to say, intensive, right? So intensive. Really, I never ever forget that time. Feeling that time, I see the window of the school, everything I see like a so vivid even now. Because I heard someone come from India. Because my mind has how wonderful if I have some relative come from India, I will request him bring me to India to be a monk. So that's my heart. I heard he come from India. Then he give a lecture. Then just advice for the children that study hard, how important to start studies in your future and our country. So we lost the country. He give a lot of advice, and then later my thinking like that comes again. How wonderful if I have some relative like him who live in India. Then after his lectures finished, then we resumed the class. Then finished the class, then I went back home. In the home, exactly the person in my home. He's talking with my stepfather. My mom stayed next to him. Who's that guy? I call mom. Mom, come here. Mom just come outside. Who's that guy? He give a lot of advice in the school. He's your uncle. Oh, happy. I think that's the most happy in my life. This is my uncle. My dreams come true. But I didn't remember, so later my mom told me. So that time, when mom said, he's your uncle, then my first questions, I asked mom, if I request him to take me to India, can he say yes or not? Mom said, first you ask that question, why? I didn't remember that. Then after, he stayed at my home for 3 days. 3 days, then in Bhutan, there's a village and we have the 30 family, but there's no address. It's very lucky for me. No address. Then my mom let me guide him to show one family, to see one family. Then on the way, then I want to request him, please take me to India, but hesitate, right? If you hesitate, then just walk. And then finally I say, I have one request to you. He said, what? He think I'm begging money. So what? What do you want? What do you want? Please, can you take me to India to be a monk? Because he saw my face, right? He didn't say no, he didn't say yes. If your mom say yes, I will. So happy, but little worry my mom say yes or no. Then on the way, I never forget, then I'm a little bit exciting. Then I ask him the children's question, right? I never saw a train, right? I never saw the bicycle. I heard that.
Not even bicycle.
No, in this very isolated place.
Yeah.
And then I asked him, did you see the train? He said, yes. How it looks like? Train looks like a small house put on line. Oh, yes. How it looks like a sound, like a or what? He said, no. That time in India, most of the train engine are stream engine. He said, completely, what is this? Sound looks like animal sound. What is that? He said, yeah, this is the train. Sound looks like that. How about the bicycle? Bicycle is like just only 2 wheels. Then how looks the sound? He said, tiling, 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 tiling. My imagination is completely different than what really bicycle is. And then I just show that family, then come back. And then I start to insist to mom. I request to mom, please let me go. So mom tried to discourage me, or to go to India, very difficult, too far, like that. Then finally I insist again, because there's being monk, I think the cost to me being monk, I'm not really sure. We believe the karma, right? Yeah. So I think karma is the primary cause, but the conditions kind of maybe family, because I lost my father when I was 7 months. 7 months, then mom really don't want to marriage again, but my relatives insist her, okay, marriage again. Then we stay with the one family, but that family, stepfather is okay, but stepfather's brother and sister is a little bit difficult for me. So I really, even now, I try to imagine their face. It's very hard to imagine their smiling face. So like that. So then I say, if I go to monk, I think you must be easier the mom said, I told her like that. I didn't remember that. Then finally the mom said, okay, if you really want to be a monk, okay, maybe he's your uncle. Don't worry, he will take care. Now that's very happy, but same suffering. I want mom with me. How I can be separate from the mom? So difficult. Then finally, mom said, don't worry, we are happy. You study good, we see soon. And then later then my uncle took me to India and then Dalhousie, the Himachal Pradesh. Then I entered in the monastery. So that time the monastery in Dalhousie, it's North India. Then we stayed there 2 years. Then Indian government give us a land and be us as a settlement. Then we moved to South India. It's close to the Mysore. It's the 40 minutes. Yeah, that is the first step to enter in the monastery. Okay? Student sounds David Dunlam. So Dava means monk. Dunlam is the future steps. Then the short history of the monastery. Short history of the monastery. First I read all this. Short history of the monastery and general the frame of the monastery. Okay. The fourth one's short history of the monastery, and the fifth is general the frame. Makes sense? Mm-hmm. General frame, how to running the monastery. Okay, in the brief. Then sixth, then one how we study from the beginning to the end. Okay, 6 and then 7 is what is the how to say propaganda, or propaganda is negative or positive?
Propaganda is negative.
Okay. Then it's kind of the challenging, not challenging. Maybe just sometimes abbot and wise abbot, sometimes what they did, sometimes a young monk, very new monk, but what we think, what we're doing, like this kind of the situation.
Just general description of what happens in the monastery.
Yeah, yes. But that kind of the different, what abbot thinking. I say this, maybe they should think about this, but we new monk cannot think about that. We think completely different way. So that kind of some story, I will say some story. And then number 8 is in the monk's lives, then the kind of the feelings, so what is the feeling losing, and what is the feeling is the happy and the conquer, or what is the advantageous of the monk life. That's the 8. Okay. The fourth one is Gyume is actually Gyu means the tantric. Gyu, G, Y-U is the Tibetan Gyu means actually in Sanskrit the tantric. And the Me is kind of the lower and upper, and there's 2 tantric college in Tibet. So the one is the upper, the place in Tibet, the Zhang province, that's a higher place. And then the one, our monastery is located in the Lhasa. That's compared to Zhang, and the central Tibet is the lower. So lower tantric college and the upper tantric college. So Me means the lower location. Okay, Gyume. And then founder of our monastery, his name called Jizun Sherab Singye, and he's the student, he's expert on the tantric practice, and he's a student of the Lama Tsongkhapa. And the teachings Lama Tsongkhapa give about the Madhyamaka teaching, and then after finish the teachings, then there's a group of his students, and then the Lama Tsongkhapa pick up the text, which is actually the commentary of the Guhe Samaja. You heard when you read Guhe Samaja is the name of the tantric. Okay, so that text actually there's the 4 books, that's commentary of the Guhe Samaja. The Lama Tsongkhapa they take this the book on the hands. Then who can take care? Okay, to hold on the lineage of this study. Then he asked 3 times, but the 3rd time, then Sherab Singye, the founder of our monastery, then he stand up, then do prostration. Then he said, "I will do." And then Lama Tsongkhapa was so happy, then give this text to him. So since then he established the monastery, and Guhe Samaja, the Tantra, the root Tantra, became the principal subject of the monastery, our monastery. Okay, and then that's actually 1433. The 1433 is established our monastery.
Tsongkhapa.
Tsongkhapa, yeah. That's established by
Tradition.
Gelug tradition, yeah. Established by the Sherab Singye as an order, inspired by the Lama Tsongkhapa. Lama Tsongkhapa, okay? Yeah, this is short. And then in the monastery, there's the abbot, and then vice abbot. Vice abbot, then there's the discipliner. Discipliner, then after discipliner, then there's the administration. Administration, and then abbot, the responsibility is just teaching. Just teaching, and no worry about how to run the monastery economy and the monastery food. Don't worry about that one. And then abbot became after vice abbot. Okay, so abbot the time is 3 years. 3 years. Okay, after 3 years, then abbot finished. But abbot's very difficult at that time. He have to memorize a lot of the text. Okay, whenever there's many texts he recite, he cannot see the book in the group of the gathering and the monk. And then vice abbot also 3 years, but vice abbot take the responsibility of the whole, the spiritual practice and the monastery economic and everything. When you become the vice abbot, then you can have a monastery office seal in the vice abbot's heads. And then vice abbot, after you became, even you are very maybe 20 or 30 years you stay in the monastery, then you become the vice abbot. Again, you all your style to wearing clothes, everything you should do like a newest monk what they do. I think that's really I'm so surprised, because you don't think you are very high, because you achieve that many times. Oh, now I am such and such. It's a very dangerous, right? So then even the clothes, everything you should do. A newest monk, he's wearing the robes a little bit different than older monk. So wise abbot must do exactly what he do, and all the gathering, the meditation, the chanting, we do together. So that wise abbot comes in the prayer hall, the same as the newest monk, during his 3 years. Okay, after his 3 years, then he became the abbot. Now, he became the abbot, and then.
What happens to the abbot?
Yeah, vice abbot became the abbot.
But then what happens to the abbot?
The abbot became an ex-abbot, then ex-abbot. There's no name, we call it cancer. Maybe English was ex-abbot. Ex-abbots have no limit. Maybe it can be sometime lifetime. But then special ex-abbot from our monastery and Gyudo monastery, Upper Tantra and the Lower Tantra, these two ex-abbot has the chance to go to hold on Lama Tsongkhapa's throne. The Sera Jebung Ganden, there's a 3 sutra, the monastery, but their abbot became an ex-abbot, then finish. The abbot from the Gyudo and the Gyume, so then they became abbot, then became an ex-abbot. After ex-abbot, then you call Jangzi Choje, Shazi Choje, very high in the Gelugpa system. After that, then after Jangzi Choje, he's become a Lama Tsongkhapa's throne holder. After he passed away, then this one go to from our monastery, one go to the throne holder of the Lama Tsongkhapa. If he pass away, then other monks who come from Gyudo, the ex-abbot, then he became like this now. Rotate.
They rotate.
Yeah, they rotate to become the throne holder of the Lama Tsongkhapa. Okay, but it takes a long time actually to reach that. It's very difficult. Yeah, and then
Do the ex-abbots teach?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah,
But they don't have to.
not necessary. But the many monks, some ex-abbot, they really have the talent. So you see, some teacher has a very special talent to teach, but students really they wake up. So then even he become an ex-abbot, but many monks just go, please teach us, please teach us. Then they teach continue. Yeah. So one of my teacher, he's completely blind actually. Completely blind. Then I request him, please can you teach me? Okay, then I just study, you see, Dagri. So Dagri is a subject, it's really important for us Okay, for us is not for us actually, for us, all of us. Yeah, the Dorje. When I studied the Dorje from that monk, maybe time is written.
Yes, no, it's good.
He just, I want to read that book, and then he just listened. Then he said, stop. Then I stopped. Then he explained. And then if some missing the words, hey, can you read me again? When I read again, of course there's some mistake. I read.
Because he knows it by heart.
Yeah, he knows by heart like that. So one day I learned that book actually 3 times. But from him, that's the 3rd time. And then I told him, this is my 3rd time. I said, just 3rd time. I learned that's the 27. Because a lot of the text, of the Dharma text, of the philosophy, the Madhyamaka, so then, because the object of the heart, right? Object of the mind, not seeing just the flat, round, square, then that's it. There maybe 1 year you see, but the square is a square, always square, right? So this kind of the subject of the Madhyamaka, and the subject of the logic, all this actually go study and go to the deeper and the deeper and the deeper. But deeper, then more you can go deeper, more it can be clear, more this can be easy to practice. Okay? If you feel more going to deeper, more confused, that means something wrong. If you feel you understand one, maybe you feel this is like a key. Maybe, after you understand this, they open the other book. Wow, this relate to each other. That means your study is very successful. Yeah, otherwise I learn more, thinking more. That sometimes it's not that much the help in our heart. And I have one story. You like stories sometimes?
Yes.
That story is, I like that story very much. Yeah, my teacher also liked that story. One old monk, actually he's an old monk, and at the morning prayer, right? Morning prayer finish, then the monk come outside the monastery. Then that monk, actually old monk, pushed by some new monk, young monk, that maybe little push, I don't know. He almost fall down. Then later he said that his friend, this morning, a very new monk pushed me, and I'm old. I almost fall down. I'm very surprised about it. Why? I'm not angry. I'm surprised. I didn't find any reason why I'm not angry. Think. Then I just back in my room and just put my leg on the wall. This leg means very heavy. Put my leg on the wall. Then I just think, why? Young monk pushed me. I almost fall down. I'm not angry. Why? I understand. Final answer is because I didn't study. You know what I mean?
Study.
Because I didn't study. Because sometimes study, thinking, then never train your mind. Then more study, more thinking. Then instead of your mind became a theme or discipline, but all the pride, jealousy, they grow up. They grow up, and then maybe study or not study. Maybe not study is better and peaceful. So that's actually happened. The story is really happened or not sure. Maybe somehow they create the fiction story. He said, final, I didn't study. That's, I'm not angry. So study, okay? Yeah, maybe this exists.
So the teaching sank in. He didn't study more, but it went in.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes just study a little bit, then thinking about that, do meditation on that, and then it can compare the people who learn maybe thick book.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can explain a lot about what you feel. Looks like maybe you've never been somewhere. And then you only know where to exit, how to right turn, how to left turn, but you've never been there. But someone been there, don't know that much information about the road, but he can get that much easier than you. So that's why just study is good, but never ever forget that to practice when you study. So that's very important, right? Okay, then the discipline, the subject comes from, okay, then, the abbot like this, okay? Abbot and the voice abbot. Then discipliner. The discipliner is, that became the monk who came from, actually, Sarah, other three sutra monks come to Yume, and then they debate, they have to debate of the tantric, and then who get, how to say, the pass. Who get the pass, and then abbot, and then know maybe he studied very good, then he really practiced his discipline in the proper way, and then that became our first, second, third. Then they became the discipliner. That when you became the discipliner, then there's the chance now became a voice abbot. If you're not used to be the discipliner, then there's no chance to become the voice abbot. With this, okay, this is just, then administration. It looks like a board.
Administration.
Administration in the monastery is the vote by monks. And then we have maybe different monastery has a different number of administration. Actually, our monastery we have 8 administration, and then 2 administration stay in the monastery, and stay in the office of the monastery, and 1 stay in the kitchen. And then 1 administrator.
Administrators. Yeah,
administrator. Yeah, they are in charge of school, and then 2 administrators go to Delhi. In the Delhi, the monastery have 1 small restaurant and 1 hotel. So then monk take care of this, and then all the money what we receive, then we send to. In the monastery, then share all the monks. We have 520 monks actually. So this share. And then 1 administrator go to Dharamsala. There's 1 branch of our monastery. So then that branch has 8 monks. 8 monks. Then the Tibetan community sometimes they request, please do this puja, please have blessing house, please. There's
The administrator goes only sometimes, or they all the time in.
Yeah, 1 administration stay in Dharamsala permanent.
Permanently.
Yeah, true. No, permanent means 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, every 3 years then we vote. Yeah, rotate. Especially in the December we vote, and the May 1st is then new and old change. This kind of the general structure.
So you vote for them?
Yeah, last year I was administration.
You were the administrator.
Yeah, as now I'm free. Yeah, then this is just general information about the monastery. And
for whom is the restaurant and the hotel? You said they have a restaurant.
Oh yeah, it's a monastery. At this Delhi, there's a 2 administrator.
For monks or for everyone? For the public?
Oh, public.
Oh, public.
Anyone. I think the hotel is okay, but from United States, maybe you go to that hotel, a little bit difficult. Okay. That's hotels. Yeah, just for.
Good hotel.
Yeah, good hotel, but area.
Area is not.
It's not good. Then you put your passport here, money here, then you go like this. First person let him go first, and then you go like this. And then arrive in the hotel, then it's wonderful. But the problem is the bathroom and the hot water and the air condition. If you really want adventure, that's fine. Really. Yeah. But if you really still need the same comfort life like here, and then you will say, this is the last. And never you will say, yeah, okay.
What about the restaurant?
A restaurant, the vegetarian restaurant. Then so some at the restaurant, the Dharamsala restaurant is good. Many Westerners come to our monastery. It's the vegetarian. There are many Westerners. They come from here. They know how to make a hamburger, French fry. They teach to our monk. Then they cook. When I go to the monastery, the restaurant, the Dharamsala first time, they say, what do you like? What do you have? Hamburger, French fry. So surprised first time. But they cook very good, yeah. This cannot compare to In-N-Out, right? In-N-Out really is good. Yeah. I like In-N-Out burger.
In-N-Out, French fries better.
Yeah, much better. Very delicious. So when my friend sometimes visit and she say, oh, let's go to lunch together. Where you want to go? I say, In-N-Out Burger. So one day my friend bought the burger. He said, oh, you just stay the chair. You just take a chair. I will bring the hamburger. And what do you like? Then he said, I need a French fry and the lemonade. Okay, then my friend brought French fry and hamburger, but he forgot to bring the ketchup. I like ketchup, right? He said, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot ketchup. But 2 days ago, I eat hamburger and ketchup. I left 2 ketchup in my bag. I said, oh, don't worry, I have a ketchup. He looks very surprised. What did you get with ketchup? Yeah, that's In-N-Out cannot compare that kind of burger. Then that's kind of the monastery. Okay, so administration every 3 years we change. Okay, that's finished. And now so maybe individual monk how to study in the monastery. Okay, so cannot enter to the monastery the younger than 7 years old. 7 years old, because the younger than 7 years old, your judgment is not enough, which is right and which is wrong. So Buddha said that if children know that some animals they hurt their field or not, if children know maybe this animal hurts our field, right? Field, and then that children have a right to be monk. Otherwise, the parents say, I don't want to keep these children. Okay, I offer. Sometimes they say, parents don't want to keep some children, not that much, a little bit difficult. Then I want to offering these children for monastery. Yes, actually, that's not right. So children must have an intention to be a monk. Okay, so especially to achieve the full ordain vow, So we must at least we have the teacher let us to visualize about the renunciation. Okay, so wish to remove the delusion and the negative karma. Like a mind wish to free from these two, the delusion and the negative karma. So these kind, that means free from delusion and karma. That's liberation, right? That's nirvana. So nirvana is not really like a other planet. It's wherever you live, your mind free from the delusion and free from the karma. So then place where you live, so that place is nirvana for you. So it's the intention or the desire to achieve this kind of the moksha or the liberation. When the teacher then let us think about that, then when you really cultivate this kind of thought, then is the proper vessel to achieve the full ordained vow. Otherwise, just become a rehearsal or the drama. So cannot achieve the full ordained vow. Okay, and then 9 years old, then it's perfect. The monk who can achieve the novice vow. After novice vow, then we have to wait until 20 years old. After 20 years old, then we can request to achieve to be at the full ordained vow.
Before that, if you want, you can leave. Novice monks.
Oh, yeah, it's because it's not sometimes, many times.
Many times.
Because our monastery, when I entered to the monastery, we have 17 children. I'm the youngest one, then oldest one is 18 years old. I'm the 13 years old. So now we left in the monastery just 4.
Wow.
So this will change. Yeah, after 20. Yeah, after 20, then maybe 30, 40, but whenever you can take a full ordained vow. But must be over the 20 years old to achieve the full ordained vow. Then enter to the monastery. So the first, there's actually 3 the grade exam. These 3 grade, after you pass these 3 grade exam, then you really became like the monastery, the part of the monastery, of the citizen.
Yep.
Then the rest of your exam is a little bit, you can do again, no problem. Then if you cannot pass these 3 exams, then you must
Leave.
You must leave from monastery. You cannot stay if you cannot pass these 3 grade exams. Okay, so these 3 grade exams in Tibetan words we call first exams petsambas. Petsamba means actually pe is the text or the scripture. Tsamba is the retreat. Okay, so the retreat to study.
What's it called? Petam.
Petsamba.
Petam.
Petsamba is a retreat to study. So at that time, at a very young monk, so you don't want to go to chanting, how to say, chanting together. So many monks chant together, do meditation together. During when you are Petsamba, you don't have to go there because you retreat. You stay as a retreat to study. So that time you must memorize, maybe as you heard here. So root kasa the Guhya Samaja, Yamentaga, Mahakala, and Kalarupa. The Guhya Samaja is actually that root tantra. This is the root, not root tantra. This is self-generation. Guhya Samaja and the root tantra Guhya Samaja, self-initiation Guhya Samaja. There's a lot. The essence of the Guhya Samaja's subject means actually emphasize how to develop the clear light within your heart. That is the Guhya Samaja means actually. Okay, so clear light. Okay, clear light and the enlightenment. Actually, enlightenment or the Buddha is the combination of clear light and the illusory body or rainbow body. Okay, so not really ordinary body, but the body naturally we have a. It's okay to talk. It's not subject, not it's related, right? It's okay, right?
The physical body.
No, if I talk this.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Usually in the tantric practice, just general, I can a little bit explain. Okay, studying the tantric, so they all the time they explain about the mind and the physical mind and the body. It's not just the gross level. So we have a gross level body, the subtle body, and very subtle body, and the mind also gross mind and the subtle mind and the very subtle mind. So very subtle mind, so that is actually related with the clear light. Okay, so the gross level, the gross level body is this the combination of the four elements. That's the gross level, the body. And then subtle, the body is the different drops or different channels, how we call the subtle body.
It's a combination of what?
A combination of clear light and illusory body.
Clear light and illusion body.
Illusory body. And then the very subtle body is the energy of our mind, the movement energy of our mind. You know, you think this way, then suddenly you can think another things, because that's the kind of energy of your mind. Just move. But that kind of the energies we call actually very subtle body. Subtle body. Don't think that body is like a physical body. Just name very subtle body. Then
ethereal body.
Yeah. It's actually this exists. Because without subtle body, our mind cannot change the object. Change every moment change, because that's energy. There's potential to change the object, and swiftly, right? So that's actually subtle, very subtle, the body. And then the gross mind is the mind what we have right now. Okay, mind what we have right now is the gross level mind. And then subtle minds actually, it's in the text it's before when we're going to die, stop completely breathing, and then between the next life, all this. That time, not it's the next life. You say this the person who die, but in general, it says stop breathing, says stop heart beating, then he's died. But according to the text, still the text of time, people really die. Okay, so that time, the stop the breathing. So that means four elements, the wind, the elements stop. So now the different drops is now start to shut down. So that time the different drops is the moving in your body. So then person still feel that different appearance. So if you really practice, when you see these kind of things, so then that time your mind became so sharp, so sharp. Then that time, if you really practice on the emptiness and cultivate the bodhicitta, cultivate the great compassion, it's really so powerful.
That is the bodhicitta.
Yeah, bodhicitta. It can compare to your maybe 3 years retreat, the power. Because mind became so sharp, mind completely free from distraction. The some Lama, they give an example like a big ship on the ground, how difficult to change this direction. But a big ship in the water, it's much easier to change the direction. So our mind also in the bardo or in this kind of steps, it's a mind completely free from distraction. So your mind is so clear and so vivid and so sharp. Sharp, then very easy to change. Then the great meditator to achieve enlightenment within that time.